This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about. Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
Welcome to DBL. It's Friday, May 22nd. I'm Jeff, here with Sam. I haven't said that in a while.
Yes, it feels so good to be back. It's so good to see your face, and it's Friday. Doesn't get any better than this.
I know. Good to be back. It feels a little weird, doesn't it?
I know. Nobody in here.
Nobody here. I haven't been here for 2 weeks. I haven't seen you in months.
I hadn't been here since February. So
it's been a minute. It's been a minute. And speaking of cute faces like yours, Sam,
Ooh.
Brendan London joins us from home. There he is.
Hey, Belun.
Say hello, Brandon.
Hey, Sam, I can see you. It's so great. Hey, Jeff. Jeff, it's good seeing you, but Sam, it's beyond great seeing you. Like, I can't believe that I'm actually seeing you on the screen right now. Hope you've been having a great maternity leave. I miss you, Mama Hustler.
Oh, Brandon, I love you. Thank you. The maternity leave was hard. It's hard work being a stay-at-home parent, man. I commend all of you out there, and good to see your face too, Brandon.
I second that, but it's good to be back too, right? A little break.
Feels
a little
so
break.
Good to be back.
All right, let's jump right in, guys. Loughlin and Massimo Giannulli pled guilty today via video conference, but the judge is waiting to see their pre-sentencing reports before he accepts that deal. Listen to this. The plea deal includes a sentence of 2 months in prison for Lori, 5 for Massimo. Lori will also pay a $150,000 fine, have 2 years of supervised release, and perform 100 hours of community service. Meantime, Us Weekly is reporting that their daughters, Olivia Jade and Bella, are apparently devastated and concerned about their mom going to prison. That's some hard-hitting journalism by Us Weekly. Of course, they're devastated that their parents are going to jail. But let me kick this one off by saying I thought they weren't going to see any time, but if they were going to pick a time to do this, great timing, because they might still not see a day in jail. They might serve this from home. What do you think, Brandon?
I'm with you, Jeff. I think this is brilliant on their lawyers' end. And Sam, I remember when we were first covering this case, you were saying it's a bad look for them for her to fight it. So now she's pleading guilty and she's owning up to it. But at the same time, I don't think they do time, because how do you go from potentially doing 40 years to only having to do 2 months? And now you throw in coronavirus. I don't think they step foot in a prison, Jeff.
Yeah, Belun, I'm sorry. Listen, I agree with you in the sense that they're finally taking this plea deal, but they're not doing it to own up. She's not trying to take any sort of accountability like we saw with Felicity Huffman. Otherwise, she would have done it already. This is her capitalizing and benefiting from the pandemic. So shame on her. It's really going to bite her in the butt even more when it comes to her trying to get back into the business. No one's going to want to touch her. No one's going to want to see her on a Lifetime movie. And that's going to be, I think, the biggest thing for them. It's going to hit them in the pockets.
I think so. $150,000 fine. The 100 hours of community service is what I'm most interested in. What kind of service is that going to be? I'd like to see her on the side of a road, doing the old stab and go, whatever that is.
Stab and go.
With the trash.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on. Lady Gaga.
Wow.
Yeah, clarify what you mean
chain
by
gang
that.
action.
You know what I mean? The
Clarify,
chain gang.
with the trash.
Yeah, with the
Yes.
trash. With the
Yes.
trash. Everyone knows what I'm talking about.
The old stab and go.
100 hours of it. Lady Gaga and Ariana Grande have teamed up for a new song and video just released today called Rain on Me. Let's have a look.
I can feel it on my skin. It's coming down on me. Teardrops on my face. Water like misery. Let it wash away my sins. It's coming down on me. Let it wash away. I'd rather be dry, but at least I'm alive.
B. London, you missing the night scene? Or does this song kind of get you ready for the weekend?
I don't go to clubs that play this type of music, Jeff. That's a lie. Yes, I do. I have been to a bar or two that could play this. Look, I don't miss the night scene. I miss being a little social, but I see this song being used for a Zumba class. I can't go to a bar and get jiggy with it. But, it's Lady Gaga, Ariana Grande. It's going to be a hit.
Did you really just say get jiggy with it, Brandon? Are you pulling out the Will Smith card?
Sam, I'm always channeling my inner Hitch, And, it's just one of those things where it's like, I want to get jiggy with it. I deserve to get jiggy with it. I've been on lockdown for 2 months, just like the rest of America. I get that. We've been safe. But I can't, I need just one night, Jeff. Just one night, one B London night.
I want to tear it up on the dance floor. I think that would be real. I mean, my 40th is coming up. I hope to get jiggy with it, as Brandon says. But one thing that I want our viewers to know about this song is that Lady Gaga, her whole album, and this song in particular with Ariana Grande, is all about the suffering that she has. So she's been very vocal lately that she used to cut and went through depression and anxiety. A lot of our viewers can relate to that. I can relate to that. And in fact, she didn't even want a friendship with Ariana Grande while they were recording this song because she was in such a negative place. You know, when you're in a negative place, you push people away. Right. And Ariana Grande was persistent. She kept saying, hey, I know you're going through something. I know you're hiding. And their friendship blossomed from that support. So I think we can all relate.
Well, I'm glad you pointed out because we have a little soundbite, I think, from just exactly what you said. Let's take a listen.
She was so persistent. She would try over and over again to be friends with me. And I was too ashamed to hang out with her because I didn't want to project all of this like negativity onto something that was healing and so beautiful. And eventually she called me on my She was like, you're hiding. And I was like, I am hiding. I'm totally hiding.
Exactly what Sam said. And Brandon, I do want to acknowledge the delay. You're about 5 seconds behind us, so we're just sitting on camera like bozos. So just know that there's a big delay here. But exactly to Sam's point, would you be mad, Brandon, or even Sam, if someone did call you on something like this? Because that's a tough thing to say to a friend.
A friend? No, absolutely not. Because at those times of need, that's why you're a friend. That's why you're someone's best friend, because you have to be that person to call them out. Otherwise, you just sit in the house and you continue to feed yourself a story, or you continue to let this the disease or whatever it is that's going on with you fester. So I believe that as a friend, being a friend like that, I need people in my life who call me out so I can help. It helps with the healing process.
I totally agree with you. Let's move on and get this last story in. Tara Reid says she's in talks to play Carol Baskin in the upcoming Tiger King movie. I think it's a great choice. The Sharknado actress hasn't been shy about wanting to play Carol. She also is open to the idea of hanging out with the big cat sanctuary owner. And as we told you earlier, this is the best choice. Nicolas Cage is going to play the Tiger King himself, Joe Exotic, in the film. Sam, we covered this a couple weeks ago. What do you think of, have you seen this first of all?
I have yet to see it. I want to see it, but I'm afraid to see the tigers in, I guess, the captivity. You know how I am with animals. But I do want to see it eventually. But what's interesting about this is Tara Reid is actually hoping for a recast, according to some of the interviews that she's done.
She doesn't want Nicolas Cage?
Well, it's not that she doesn't want Nicolas Cage, and she's just in talks, okay? So she's not yet signed the deal. She doesn't even have an offer yet, but she believes that she's very close. But she was hoping for Matthew McConaughey. So Tara Reid wants it to be her and Matthew McConaughey.
Wow.
And also what's interesting is she has a huge fear of tigers. So she's going to have to get over that if she's going to play Carol Baskin.
Brandon, I know you watched this. You could answer this in like 5 minutes after you get the question done. What do you think about the casting?
It's brilliant for her. I mean, hey, all you cool cats and kittens, I can see that coming out her naturally. But I think it's brilliant for her career, because when's the last time we talked about Tara Reid? Sharknado? Like, come on. So I think it's something where, hey, it doesn't matter if Matthew McConaughey is the lead. She better take it with it being attached with Nicolas Cage, because this is something that's going to put her back into the limelight.
I don't. She think she's going to win an Oscar for this role or something? Matthew McConaughey. I think Nicolas Cage is brilliant. But
he is. I love him.
Speaking of brilliant actors, if you recently sent Chris Pratt an email, I haven't, you may not be hearing back from him for a while, kind of like when I asked Brandon a question. Chris recently admitted to a big tech fail on Instagram Live. Let's check it out.
My son was playing with my phone and he gasped in shock, looking at the number of unread emails. If you're watching this and you're one of those people, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to get back to you. It may have just gotten deleted. Yeah, 51,000 messages are in the trash. Oh, what did I do?
I'm not really an email hoarder. Brandon, are you an email hoarder?
No, I open up everything. I have to see everything because if you're sending it to my personal email, I know it's like some sort of business related. Now my DBL email, yeah, it's got some unchecked inboxes. I mean, it's got some unchecked messages. But Jeff, you'll be proud of me. My DMs have a lot of unread messages in there. I'm not going through the DMs like I used to, baby.
Yeah, because you're on lockdown, Brandon. That's why. I just took a glimpse at mine. I have 2,524. Did you say that's too much? Yeah.
Yeah, that's way too much. I can't have that. I like have 20.
What do you have?
I have like 20 unread, but those are important for things that I have to do. You see what I'm
so
saying?
Organized.
Yes.
You're
very
way
organized.
too organized.
Yeah, what are you going to do? Brandon, we're going to try to fix that Wi-Fi issue for you if we can, and we're going to see you a little bit later in the show. If not, have a good weekend. They put that in the prompter. Coming up on DBL, Kristen Bell opens up about her 5-year-old daughter still being in diapers, and you can imagine what happens next. Can parent advice be a form of shaming? I can't wait for this. We're sharing your comments next. Plus, Tamar Braxton and celebrity hairstylist Johnny Wright to the rescue. They're seeking justice for clients whose hair was botched by a beautician. They tell Erica all about their hot new show. And as another week of DBL wraps up, we couldn't have done it without our co-workers producing the show from home and everyone in the studio and in that booth right now. We love you guys. We'll be right back.
Closed cap.
Welcome back to DBL. Grammy-winning reality star. Is that right? You could win a Grammy from getting a reality star?
I think she must also be a singer.
Tamar, isn't her sister a singer? Anyways, let's move on. Reality star Tamar Braxton and celebrity hairstylist Johnny Wright are teaming up on a new VH1 series to catch a beautician. The name says it all. Erica spoke with the Grammy winner earlier in today's Chatting with the Stars.
She pulled the thread so tight that my whole head just started throbbing. Oh, no. And I was like, oh my God, what's going on with my hair? I really just got to the point where I wanted to get my hair done and get out of there.
Yeah.
But on the way home in the car, my head was just on fire.
Tamar Braxton and Johnny Wright, welcome to DBL.
Thank you.
Now, before I get to your show, Johnny, I first want to ask you, how do you feel about barbershops and salons opening during the pandemic?
You know, I'm kind of torn because I understand the need of stylists wanting to get back for the coin, and also just wanted to get back to just get their hands in some hair and to play in some hair. You know, I also get that, you know, you have to take all the precautionary measures to make sure everyone that enters that door is safe. Hopefully, you know, our government can advise us on the proper ways to reopen so everybody can get back to work.
You met at the White House through Michelle Obama. Johnny, I know that you were her personal stylist for all 8 years. And now you're working together on VH1's To Catch a Beautician.
She burnt my edges out.
What? Hold on. And you're actually confronting bad stylists. Now, Tamar, what is the best way to confront a stylist, in your opinion?
Here's the thing. I did meet Johnny at the White House. I don't want to make it like I went to the White House for dinner with Michelle and Barack. That's not how it happened. And actually, Johnny and I have a lot of mutual friends together. So, yes, that's the first time we actually met, but that's not the first time I actually heard of him. If you don't have the support of Johnny and myself on our show, I would suggest that when you're in the chair and you're noticing that things are not going the right way, I would open up the lines of communication right then and there and not wait to the very end.
So for stylists not to be so egotistical and be open to the person that is paying for the service to comment about the service. You know, I always tell people, say what you mean what you say, just don't say it mean. So there's always a better way to approach things.
I love that saying, say what you mean what you say, just don't say it mean. Now, let me tell you, one person who you both know who did say it for me was Mrs. Obama, who was actually the catalyst to my on-air natural hair journey, because she told me to tell whoever I needed to tell that she said that I could wear my hair any way that I want to wear my hair. And for over a year now, I've been doing just that. So she means what she says. Well, Tamar Braxton and Johnny Wright, I so appreciate you spending a little bit of time with us on Daily Blast Live. To Catch a Beautician premieres Monday night on VH1. It is a roller coaster, and you do not want to miss it. We'll be right back.
Yeah.
Do you suffer?
Welcome back to DBL. Actress Kristen Bell is keeping it real about motherhood. I love this conversation about after admitting her 5-year-old is still in diapers. Kristen said before all this, She was like many of parents, like me and you, Sam, online, who are quick to offer advice, although we don't do that.
We don't, no.
We don't do that. But now realizes that every kid is different. Let's take a look.
My oldest daughter, at 21 months, we merely suggested that she use the toilet in the other room.
Sure.
Never wore a diaper beyond that. And we were lying in bed giggling, my husband and I, like, why does everybody make such a big deal about this?
Potty training.
Potty training is like so easy. Just tell the kid to use the toilet. Currently, my youngest is 5.5, still in diapers.
It's real relative, isn't it?
Yes, because every kid is so different.
Having a girl before a boy.
So DBL Nation, this has us thinking, can parenting advice also be a form of shaming? This is what me and Sam talk about in the breaks. I'm going to read your comments, and then Brandon and Sam, we're going to get your DBL take. Brandon, this one's for you, okay? Here's the first comment. Tasha from Facebook says, very rarely does anyone give advice just because they usually feel that you are doing something wrong or that they have the solution. Unsolicited advice is just a polite form of shaming. Great comment, Brandon. What do you think?
Look, I love getting advice from you and Sam, and you know, one day I want to be a great father. But look, coming from a kid who wet the bed until around 9 to 10 years old, you better keep those Pampers on those kids because you're saving them from a lot of embarrassment. Keep it on there.
Way to keep it real, Brandon. I love that. Sam, this next comment is from Ella from Facebook. Says, I'm a parent and a problem solver by nature. I always get accused of shaming, and that's not fair. If I see a parent struggling, I just want to help them out, not offend them.
Listen, I think it depends on whether or not that advice was asked for. So I'm a strong believer, just like in the previous viewer, what they said, like, don't offer advice, not unsolicited advice, because you don't know the circumstances. In one picture, if you see somebody with diapers on or a thumb in their mouth or a pacifier, you don't know what actions that family has taken already to try to remove those diapers or remove the thumb or remove the pacifier. So just by you making a comment on a picture, you don't know the full story, and it comes off as a polite form of parent shaming, just like our viewer said.
I couldn't agree more. And that could be that little breaking point of you as a parent, like, I can't take anymore. And then
it's hard enough as it is.
Pete from Oklahoma tells you, maybe you should do it like this. Well, Pete, I don't need your advice. We'll be right back. To DBL, if you're staying home this Memorial Day weekend, you're not alone. We're talking about in today's DBL Drive, sponsored by CarShield. So according to AAA, Memorial Day travel is likely to set a record low due to the coronavirus pandemic. But if you are traveling, here are some tips. First, remember to follow social distancing guidelines. Second, be sure to bring face masks, hand sanitizer, and wipes. Third, wash your hands often. Finally, many tourist attractions are still closed, so call ahead to ensure your destination is open. When it comes to travel for peace of mind, get an auto protection plan with CarShield. CarShield protects their members from the high cost of auto repairs. Call 1-800-505-9619 for a free quote. Sam, do we need to tell people to bring masks, wash their hands, social distance?
Yes, we do.
Wow.
We do. I mean, yes, you saw that cafe in Colorado where people were this close to one another without masks on. So, and that cafe was overrun. It was one of the busiest days that they've had.
It blows
so yeah,
my
you
mind.
need to.
Brandon, you got any big Memorial Day plans?
No, I'm thinking about renting a car and going out to the mountains. And I want to just clear my head for a little bit, for a day or two. So that could possibly it, or I'm just going to stay on lockdown here in Denver.
Man, that's a good plan, Brandon. The mountains, for some reason, I'm closer to them. It's very nostalgic for me.
Are you going to go do camping? Camping is relatively safe.
I'm going to be doing a lot of barbecuing in my backyard.
Of course you are. With your Chicago Bears stick.
There you go.
Yeah.
Thanks, Brandon. DBL's new every day. Have a great holiday weekend, everybody.